All right, here with the future, Ian Machado Garry. Huge fight this weekend. Ian, I appreciate you coming on, man. How's it going?
Life is good, man. I'm excited and I'm ready to go this weekend. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm really looking forward to your fight. I'm really looking forward to this fight card. I think all MMA fans can say thank you for stepping in on short notice here. What went into that?
Simple as I got a phone call. I said yes. I went back to bed and I said, sort it out. I woke up the next morning. They were like, right, it's locked in, ready to go. So for me, it's an exciting fight. It's that big risk, big reward. I can take this fight in short notice and I can go out there and I can upset all the odds. You know what I mean? It's going to be very, very fun when I beat Shavkat and I line myself up as the next contender for that belt.
Yeah. And, so this fight is a little bit different, right? It's someone zero's got to go, you know.
Uh-huh.
And, both you guys are undefeated. Where do you see yourself having an edge in this fight?
It's not where do I have an edge. I believe Shavkat's very good everywhere and he can win fights in every single aspect of the game. It's about my fight IQ. It's about me just being able to read and see what he's trying to do and shut it down and find a way to finish him and just take advantage of every single ounce of his movement.
When you say take advantage of every single ounce of his movement, would you say that that would be related to like some striking deficiencies or maybe grappling?
Everything,
Everything.
everything. If I step a foot extra and he has to shoot and he has to elongate his body an extra inch, that extra inch pushes him off balance a little bit and doesn't mean that he's structurally sound in the posture that he would be correct. So it's all aspects. It's manipulating movement. It's being able to stretch him out and force him to cover distance, or being able to meet him in the middle and give him something that maybe he's not expected. So it's going to be a dance. It's going to be beautiful, and I'm excited for
I think everybody's excited for it. I'm excited for it. It's
it.
gonna be awesome. So I'm a betting guy myself. I love betting. I like betting on MMA. I think it's the best sport to bet on because it's 1v1. It's gladiator stuff. It's
Yeah.
like there's no outside help. It's just one guy versus one guy. Yeah, you can have some judge interference sometimes, but in this fight, you're a plus 300 underdog. Are you surprised to hear that?
I have never once ever given any weight to whether I am a favorite or an underdog. For me, I know how talented I am. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to show the world. And I might leave Vegas a bit upset on Saturday night.
Yeah, I would say so. Money has come in on you a little bit. You've never actually been an underdog in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
The first time. Shavkat's the boogeyman, and he says that nobody wanted to fight him other than you. Does that surprise you?
Yes. I thought, when I was a kid and I was watching this sport and I was watching, the Kamaru Usman's coming up and dominating the division, and I was watching, Gilbert and him fight, and then I'm watching Kamaru fight all of these guys, and then he's fighting Kobe, and then Leon comes up, and then you see all these young up and coming contenders. You think these guys are the baddest men in the world. And then when you get into the sport and you start rising that ladder and you start climbing those rankings, you see they're very select. You see they're really not. They're quite insecure and they're quite unconfident. I'm disappointed with a lot of the division. But the truth is, I'm a gamer, Shavkat's a gamer, and we've got ourselves a hell of a fight in December 7th.
I feel like we've seen that with Hamzat Chimaev, right? Hamzat Chimaev fought 3 times in a month, and then since then we don't see him very much. Obviously, he's had some injuries or what have you. He's had some interesting words for you recently. Have you seen what he had to say?
No,
He said that he was a wolf and that you better keep your mouth shut because you're going to get eaten by the wolf pretty soon.
sounds very weird. If he wants to fight, then I'll move up to 185 and I'll smack the mouth off him. He wants to do that one day. Tell him to go get that belt. Let me focus on getting my belt, and then I'll jump up and I'll try to take his belt from him.
Yeah,
That's it. Pretty clear.
yeah, yeah. The grapplers are going to be coming for you
Let
a
them.
little bit here.
Let
Uh,
them.
yeah.
Let them.
And have you been working on grappling at all? I mean, obviously, you're probably one of the best strikers in the division, but
I mean, for the last year and a half, I've been in Brazil training with Damian Maia and Charles Oliveira. So what do you think?
well, yeah, I mean, those are some pretty respected grapplers.
They're the two most winningest Brazilians of all time. Charles has got 34 wins in the UFC. Damian's got 33. Both of them. Charles, I would argue, is the fastest, flashiest grappler we've seen in UFC history. Damien, the single best fundamental grappling we've ever seen in UFC history. I think that's a pretty cool combination to have.
I agree. Yeah. What have you learned from them? Have you taken anything specific from them?
Too much to sit here and talk about in this interview. That's the truth. When you are rolling with those guys and you are learning from those guys, it's just soundbite after soundbite after soundbite of just knowledge, just soaking it up and being a sponge and remembering all of their tips.
Yeah, no, it's tough. So I'm a jiu-jitsu guy myself, blue belt, and like I train 10th Planet, and Eddie Bravo would stop by over in Tampa a little bit, and he always talks about like these different like positions and stuff like that, and it's tough. It's tough to pull all of it together. But you say that like your focus has been mostly like submissions or like takedown defense.
My focus is being the best version of Ian Machado Garry that I possibly can be. That means working my offensive grappling from striking, working my defensive grappling from someone trying to take me down, working being aggressive on top, working being aggressive on bottom, working to get back up and working to hold people down. This is MMA, my friend. You need to be ready for everything and anyone in any way, shape, and form. If you do not prepare for that, then someone will take advantage of you and you will lose. If you come prepared and you are ready for everything, then you will not be shocked. And you can do what you want, do as you please. And at the end of the day, it's a fight. I've got a fight for every single position, good or bad. Shavkat's not just going to let me stand up. Shavkat's just not going to let me take him down. You have to earn it. This is the fight. December 7th, co-main event, UFC 310. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat Shavkat. I'm going to prove to the world how good I am.
So, are you the best version right now? The version of Ian Machado Garry, I guess in any facet, would you say that you are the best version of yourself right now?
I'm exactly where I need to be in my journey right now. Where I want to be is perfection. And perfection is constantly evolving and growing and is ever changing. It is very, 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 very hard to be perfect in this sport. I will be ready for anything that comes my way on Saturday night. That's it.
Yeah. And, in the past, we've seen some fan love, a ton of fan love initially, and then some backfiring, non-fan love. And now it seems like you're kind of trending back towards the fan love, side of things. So, I mean, walk me through that from your perspective. I mean, do you love it? Do you hate it, Dean? Like, what do you think?
Love me or hate me, I'm going to be a world champion, whether people like it or not.
Right. Well, did it affect you at all when it was negative?
Let me ask you a question to counteract what you're saying. If people were spreading stories about you and your family that were lies, that were not true, how would you feel?
Oh, man, I would be pretty pissed. I'd probably be trying to say that it's not true. I don't remember you saying a whole lot about it, though.
Because once people have made an opinion or heard something, it's very hard for them to change their opinion. And I'm not out here trying to change people's opinions or change people's minds. That is a lot of effort for something that is not true. What I can do is focus on the people that I love, the people that I surround myself with, and the people that eat at my table, and give them all the love and reassurance they need. Be a good human, be a good father, be a good husband, be a good teammate, be a good friend. Not focus on the negativity and the lies that are being spread that are untrue. That's the truth.